but there's different kinds of cruises, but the ones we're talking about, like Carnival.
I know.
Like, like
if
the ones
you were on those, wouldn't you want to be hammered?
Well, there's
I'd wanna
people.
be
That's why,
hammered.
dude. That's why people are like, oh, why are people leaving their houses? There are people that are like, if I can't go on a cruise and get fucked up, I don't want to live.
Why?
There are those people right now. They're like, if I can't go to Applebee's, I don't want to live. Yeah, there's people that are not having a great time in America.
How many people are like weekend cruise people? Like every weekend they go on a cruise somewhere.
I'm telling you, I did a practical joke. There was an old lady, and she goes, don't take Carnival. It's very bad. We've taken it twice. It was horrible times. Norwegian's good. Yeah, they're cruise people. I mean, just the lowest caliber of human being to have ever drawn a breath.
Now, how much is a cruise cost? Like, if you want
$50. I mean, dude, it's like no money. It's the
okay. Let's say if you're
it's for people that just got out of prison.
Let's say if you're gonna leave Mexico and where would you go? Where would you go? Like South America?
No, you don't leave Mexico. You leave, like, you just go out in the ocean and then you just come back to some fake town. Like, we went to Costa Maya. Look up Costa Maya, Mexico. Costa Maya, Mexico is a place that's owned. The cruise ships just own this little beachfront.
Okay, so it's like a trip. Like you float around the water and then you come back.
And you come back and then they just have these little stands on the beach.
Wait a minute, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Cruises to Mexico from $109 a person?
Yeah. What did you think it was?
For how many days?
Like 7 days.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Is that real?
Of course.
Oh my God, look at the big warning though, the COVID warning. Blow that up.
Yeah.
What does it say, Jamie?
They're like, you'll die if you do this. People don't care. I mean, dude, this has nothing to do with the water. I thought it'd be like tropical, have something to do with the water. It has nothing to do with the water. Nobody swims. Like, nobody gets to the island and swims. It's kind of a dump. People just go on and buy shitty jewelry. They buy fake jewelry. Dude, there's a TV in your room on a cruise, and when you turn it on, it's just commercials for shit you can buy when you dock at the island.
Oh my God.
It'll be a guy who's like, I've been in the cruise and jewelry industry for 20 years. It's like, that's not an industry.
Dude, the cruise is $100.
Yeah, it's $100. And they buy garbage jewels because it's tax-free.
How long is that cruise, Jamie?
That was the 3 to 5 day section.
That's 3 to 5 days. $100.
5 days for $100. Dude, you can't even live
all you can
for $100 5 days just for food.
All you can eat.
All you can eat.
Yes, and probably all you can drink.
Everything's free except for alcohol.
That might be the craziest thing we've ever read on this show.
That's why people are like, oh, cruises are going out of business. I'm like, I'll tell you, they're not. They're not.
$100.
That's a vacation for somebody who's fucked.
So, but wait a minute. It's not all booze included.
No, you got to pay for booze.
That's where they make their money.
That's why they sneak it on. That's why they sneak it on.
Oh, that's how they make their money. So the $25 a day is just to, come on, we're friends.
Yeah.
4 days. That's just $25 a day.
Yeah.
$100.
That's just unlimited fried food to throw down your throat.
3 to 5 days for $100.
$109.
Imagine 5 days of food
for $109.
They probably encourage you to get off the wagon. Like, what are you doing? You drinking water? Yeah, well, I'm clean and sober for 15 years.
They don't tolerate that.
What the fuck
They're
are
like,
you doing
it's
on this
a party.
boat, man?
It's a carnival. Haven't you heard?
Yeah.
You don't need to see your kids. Get fucked up.
Just get fucked up and we'll give you Ibogaine.
Dude, you know that in a cruise boat, there's a little cruise jail? Swear to God.
They have a cruise jail?
They have a cruise jail. If you do something, sometimes you got to go to the cruise jail until they can dock and have the authorities come get you.
So if you murder your wife.
You do something like that, you go into the cruise jail.
His wife overboard, they throw him in the cruise jail?
He went to cruise jail. There are people that love cruises. They think they've discovered a gold mine. They'll be like $109. People will tell you, I took a cruise for $160. It's so embarrassing that they would say it, but they say that. And you're like, you're an animal.
Well, if you're a non-drinker, though, it must be
here's
amazing.
the thing. It's so fun. There's a certain group of people in the world who've accepted they're animals.
Right.
And then it's just fun.
How many people are on cruises that are on a cruise every day because it's cheaper than being homeless?
Great point.
If you go to a cruise every day, if you're on a cruise every day, you're really only spending like $1.50 a week.
That's Carnival's
cure. You spend $150 a week, you get a room, and you get all the food you can eat. That is a crazy deal. Can you imagine?
It's the cure for homelessness.
And
Carnival
they have booze
cruises.
there.
Yeah.
Do they have booze 24 hours a day, or do they have a cutoff time?
No.
So it's like Vegas.
Yeah.
Of course.
Do what you want.
Imagine that. The freedom of being on this boat, this metal thing floating around the ocean.
Yeah.
That's where you live. Where do you live? I live on the Carnival Cruise Line.
There are people that do that, Joe, that literally live on a boat all year round.
Why not?
Yeah.
You should be on a cruise
Well, why
every
not
day of
is
the year.
because you're a person. That's the why not is because you're a person. But if you're not, there are people, dude, the level of big on those boats, those are big boys and girls.
Like Disneyland.
400-500s.
Yeah, when you see people on scooters.
I saw a scooter and they were going on the boat. They were going up the ramp onto the boat. There's something fucked up about being on a vehicle and then somebody on another vehicle.
I'll preface this by saying my first instinct is always to lie. And it is always the right instinct for the most part. Lying shows that you've taken a time to think about what's happening and that you care about what's happening. Telling the truth is like not wearing deodorant. It's inconsiderate, and it means that you don't care. It means that you don't have any regimen. You haven't thought about anything. You've kind of just rolled out of bed. That's why truth, when you're honest with somebody, there's a premium to that. It's usually with somebody you really like, a friend, somebody you're fucking. There's a premium to honesty because it's rare. Honesty is not something that happens all the time for good reason. People just don't walk around being honest with each other. The world would be in utter chaos. If everybody told everybody what they thought of each other, it would be an utter chaos. People have to be kept in the dark. They have to be lied to and manipulated. This is why we have what we have with the Epstein and the da-da-da. Okay? I'm just saying how it is. I'm not saying how it should be. I'm not moralizing. I'm telling you what it is. People keep secrets. No, conspiracies aren't real because no one can keep secrets. You're keeping secrets right now from your wife. And you're telling me that no one can keep secrets. You're keeping secrets with somebody you sleep next to. Secrets get kept for fucking years. People have secret families they never talk about. There's good liars out there. You know who says nobody can keep secrets? Bad liars. Bad liars can never believe in conspiracies because they don't know how to fucking lie. They don't know how to create and craft a narrative. Lies, you can't just fuck around with a lie here and there. You got to be constantly lying all the time. You got to create a world and populate it with untruths. Big lies require little lies to sustain them. That's a famous quote. I don't know who said it. That's what needs to happen. Pathological lies lie all the time because they want to be good at it. If you drink and drive every night, statistically, you're going to be better at it. Am I telling you to do it? No, I'm telling you what it is. If you drink and drive once a month, you're going to be all nervous. Same with driving high. Same with lying. Same with fucking. Same with stand-up comedy. You got to do it a lot. Okay? So my first instinct in many situations is to spin a yarn, a fable, a lie, an untruth, because I care about the person on the other end. I realize that I've done the wrong thing, and rather than admit it like a crazy person, I lie to cover it up because I realize I was wrong. You're lying because you realize you're wrong. If anyone calls you on a lie, say, I'm lying to you because I know that I'm wrong and I love you. Being honest with you would be insane. Am I insane? Are you insane? Honesty is not the best policy. No one says that. You know who says that? School teachers. Because they talk to children all day. Because they have childlike minds. We don't need any advice that's on a guidance counselor's wall. It's not going to help. Don't hit me about, oh, well, honesty. No, lie. Even after today, I will still lie. I'm only upset at the fact that my lie was not good. Never lie quick. Take a minute, take a breath.
Being a place for losers, a place for those fat bachelorettes to feel like they're going to the big city. Big mama's in the city now. She's got her brisket, and she's going to take a shot of SoCo Lime, and then they're going to play her song, which is Up by Cardi B, and she's just going to be like, and her brain, her useless brain is just going to bounce around in her head, and she's going to go, and just this mass of flesh, this total waste of resources, just gyrating like a pig in the middle of the street while all her friends look at her and go, I can't believe she's getting married. This thing is getting married, and she's going to gyrate in the street because this is her 3 days to get really fucked up before she has to go back to checking elderly people in for their hysterectomies. And she's just like, it's up, and 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 it's up. And And then some mass shooter is going to come out. And he's going to see this person going, and this mass shooter's going to look at her and go, you know, this mass shooter's going to say, I'm sorry, Joe Rogan. I'm sorry, comedy. I've got a bit too. And he's going to fire wildly into the crowd. Like a monster. Not good. Not condoning this. And he's going to hit this fatty, and it will barely stop her. She'll feel it, and she'll get a little up, and it's up, and it's up. And then her friends will have to go, you've been shot. And then they put her on the gurney. And then they bring her to the hospital. And then they extract this piece of metal out of her fucking pulled pork filled flesh. They extract this bullet from her, and she's like, ugh. And then her fiance calls her and goes, I love you. Are you okay? And she goes, I am okay. I love you. And then she's got a story for the rest of her life. And then she goes on a little bit of workman's comp, little disability, can't go back to work. And then she goes back in a few years to that place in Austin. She goes back there to see where a guy shot her in the leg while she was gyrating to a Cardi B's Up, which they won't play anymore. This will be years later. She'll have 2 fat jalapeno popper-sized children and her husband who tries to drink himself into a grave every night and sometimes damn near succeeds. And they'll get out of whatever Uber or which vehicle Austin permits at that time, and they'll get out and she'll go, that's where mommy got shot. And they'll take a photo where she got shot. They'll take a photo where that bullet ripped through her fucking flesh, and she'll make it her profile picture, and she'll have some quote. She'll have some quote about that how life is about appreciating the little things. And it won't be a her quote because she's fucking retarded. So she'll take it off some Lifetime movie of the week or some magnet she saw at a friend's home where she was getting juiced before her kids got home from school. And she'll put that quote up, and there'll be a photo of where mommy got shot on 6th Street. And that is all this fucking city will ever be burned.
I'm sure